Who on the roof must have a pool? That's some true remote. That's some true remote. Who on the roof must have a you. I said give me who on the roof.
Whoa, this isn't Ozzy Osbourne. Class?
We learn in school today.
Who on the roof?
Ah. Did we meet somebody special?
Well, Shep's no one. Anything else? You want me to mow the lawn?
Forgot. New York, no
Who on the roof?
And unpack.
Well, it looks like I'm
crash override.
What?
Hackers penetrated and penetrated and penetrated.
Whoa! Whoa! What?
Don't call me Eugene. Eugene penetrated our whole.
Excuse me.
Our whole flipped over.
5 million. You went off the national.
Head of public
Oh my
relations.
God!
You know it's serious when we got the Obama mug. Everybody, today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite movies of all time, Hackers. It came out in 1995. The beginning of the movie shows a young hacker named Zero Cool hacking the stock market, whatever that means, and causing a 7-point drop. He's banned from using computers and touchtone telephones until his 18th birthday.
Sentence you to probation, under which you are forbidden to own or operate a computer or touch-tone telephone until the day of your 18th birthday.
5 years after that movie came out, this guy, Johnathan James, he had his home raided after he performed an elite hack. He got files related to the International Space Station. And yeah, his home was raided while he was 15 years old. He got a lenient sentence after he pled guilty, but he wasn't allowed to use computers until he was 18. That happened after the movie Hackers came out. Later, in January of 2008, that same guy, Johnathan James's home was raided again on suspicion of wrongdoing, and 4 months later, in May of 2008, he shot and killed himself in the shower. His note read, "I honestly had nothing to do with TJX." That was the hack that they had raided his home for in January. "I have no faith in the justice system. Perhaps my actions today and this letter will send a stronger message to the public. Either way, I've lost control over this situation, and this is my only way to regain control." I don't know the full story. I've only read the Wikipedia article, link in the description. It does kind of sound like having his phone raided without warning by the feds multiple times when he was a child probably caused some trauma or maybe even some depression. I don't know. A more relevant real-life hacker who this movie could have been based on is this guy named Mark Abeen. He also has a Wikipedia article, also linked in the description. He talked a little bit with the person who wrote the movie Hackers. Supposedly, according to the Wikipedia article, he was one of the first, celebrity hackers. Those are two pretty interesting stories. They portray a little bit about what was going on in the, hacking scene as far as, popular discourse, I guess, in the late 90s and early 2000s. The Y2K era, if you want to use that verbiage. And this movie is also kind of a microcosm of hacker culture in the Y2K era. It's one of the reasons that I love it so much. The only real research I've done on this movie is watching it. I've seen this movie a couple hundred times over the past couple years. It's one of those hyperfixation movies for me where I just can watch it daily. There's probably other video essays on YouTube that'll go over the history of this movie and the creation of this movie, but, well, I'm probably the movie Hackers' biggest fan, and, well, I just want to share with y'all what I love about this movie so much. We need to do a plot summary. Now, even if you've already seen this movie, this is going to be important. The best actual criticism of this movie is that it does a lot of show don't tell and a lot of tell don't show. And so you kind of have to translate those things together in your mind. So usually the first time you're watching this movie, unless you're expecting it and you're really locking in, some things that the characters do or say, they're just not going to make sense. Luckily, I've seen this movie a lot, so I'm going to go over the plot and we're going to show some clips. So lock in, because I'm going to go fast. We mentioned the child hacker, Zero Cool, already. His home is raided by the feds at the beginning of the movie.
Upstairs!
What's going on? What's the matter? Who are you?
He's convicted guilty, banned from using computers till his 18th birthday, and fined a large sum of money.
Fine your family $45,000. And sentence you to probation, under which you are forbidden to own or operate a computer or touch-tone telephone until the day of your 18th birthday.
Cut to Cool, now an adult, using his real name, Dade Murphy, is already hacking a TV station so he can watch some Twilight Zone knockoff.
Is from the inner mind to the outer limits.
But another hacker was watching the show that he switched off, so they get into an elite hacking battle. The other hacker is named Acid Burn. That's important.
Why is it happening?
She wins the elite hacking battle for the TV station.
Shit on me.
Dade's mom finds out about his activities and scolds him, but she can't really make him stop, and he's very disrespectful to her.
You hooked it up to the phone, didn't you?
He rollerblades to school, where his orientation officer is one Kate Libby, who he immediately has the hots for, and who could blame him?
It's a relatively straightforward question. Do you speak English?
Kate pranks Dade by telling him that there's a pool on the roof.
Pool?
Yeah, there's an Olympic-sized swimming pool up on the roof. Take the stairs over there.
He heads to the roof, and we hear one of the classic line deliveries in this movie.
Hey, hold the door!
Hey, hold the door! It rains, and Dade gets wet, so he vows to take revenge on Kate. By hacking himself into her English class.
I know some of you kids got computers at home, but these are school property, people.
The guy that sees him perform this hack is another hacker, the Phantom Freak, mostly referred to as Freak.
What's up, man? I'm the Freak.
Dade also meets the Freak's younger friend, Joey.
I gotta. Joey, one more dude at you and I'm gonna slap the shit out of you, okay?
And they all agree to go to a secret hacker party that night. At the party, Dade finds Kate playing a video game and uses an awesome pickup line on her.
That's a nice score for a girl.
He then beats her score and uses another very sexy line of dialogue on her.
Well, it looks like I'm on top.
She rides away with some male bimbo on a motorcycle. Now Dade, still desperate to get revenge, but also to have her acknowledge him because he wants her, hacks the sprinkler system, bringing an umbrella to school and using this line.
Oh my God. What the hell is going on?
Pool on the roof must have a leak.
Later, in English, Kate tells the teacher that Dade doesn't belong in the class. This event has Kate acknowledging Dade as a rival and as a bit of an annoying piece of shit.
He's not enrolled in this class.
Well, he's on my list.
Dade's mom knows immediately that Dade is in love when he talks about wanting to get revenge.
Did we learn in school today?
Revenge?
Ah. Did we meet somebody special?
No, no one special.
Back at the cyber club, Dade meets serial killer, as in Fruit Loops.
We are nameless. Okay, score fry. Meet serial killer. As in Fruit Loops.
In this scene, Dade proves himself knowledgeable, and they all kind of bully Joey for being young and not knowing anything.
All right, what are the three most common used passwords? Love, secret, and sex. But not in that order necessarily, right? Yeah, but don't forget God.
They convinced Joey to try hacking a Gibson supercomputer.
But if I were gonna hack some heavy metal, I'd work my way back through some low security, try the back door.
Yeah, but oh man, wouldn't you just love get one of those Gibsons, baby? Ooh.
Joey uses the password God to hack into a Gibson supercomputer owned by a company called Ellingson Mineral. He is detected by Penn Jillette while trying to download a garbage file, which would normally be a harmless hack.
I think we got a hacker.
Sleep! Now! Sweet dreams, Joe.
His mom unplugs his computer before the download can finish, but not before the Ellingson cybersecurity creeps trace his location.
Did you get a trace?
Yeah, we got him.
Good.
Joey hides the disc with the partially downloaded file. Cut to Dade, Freak, and Serial meeting the last main character of the movie, Lord Nikon, and Dade invents a new alias to hide his previous identity.
Nikon! Lord Nikon, this is
Crash Override.
Never heard of you.
They catch a hacker TV show starring these two twinks who will be important later.
Who are these guys?
It's Razor and Blade.
The second no-knock raid in the movie takes place. The Secret Service seizes Joey's computer and searches his apartment in a move that violates the search and seizure clause of the Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution, if you can believe that.
I'm a wild one. Thank you! Thank you! Thank you very much! Joey! Thank you! Thank you!
We meet Special Agent Richard Gill and his young friend and also Special Agent whose name I don't know.
In English, please. Didn't spend 10 years protecting the president so I could finish my career feeling like an idiot.
I'm sorry, sir. We caught him by surprise, so we don't think he had enough time to erase his computer files.
Good.
Now, this guy is called the Plague. Real name, Eugene.
Don't call me Eugene.
He's banging this lady.
Precisely what you're paid to prevent.
Whose password was God.
God.
The one Joey used to hack the computer and get the garbage file, which was actually the Plague's garbage file. Now, in the Plague's garbage file was hidden the code of a worm, which was stealing millions of dollars from Ellingson Mineral. Joey inadvertently got a partial download of that worm. The Plague approached the Secret Service and got them to raid Joey's apartment based on a threat from something called the Da Vinci virus, which he planted himself in order to get the Secret Service's cooperation.
Unless $5 million are transferred to the following numbered account in 7 days, I will capsize 5 tankers in the Ellingson fleet.
The Secret Service didn't find the file that Joey hid, so they conclude that
Then he stashed it somewhere. Or he has an accomplice.
Meanwhile, Freak and Serial convinced Dade to go to a house party at Kate's house.
Little pelvis. Little pelvis. And booty. House party.
Before the party, the Secret Service entered Dade's apartment in a move that violates the search and seizure clause of the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution, if you can believe that. Plague tries to convince Dade to help find the file which Joey hid.
I know how you might feel about narking on your friends, but we're hackers. For us, there's no such thing as family and friends.
But Dade refuses.
I don't play well with others.
Shit! Come on!
Then, Dade has a sex dream about Kate, which turns into a nightmare almost immediately when the Secret Service raid his house in the dream. After all that, we head to the house party at Kate's house, and we get my favorite line in the movie. Listen to the cadence of this line.
Her mom makes big bucks writing self-help books for women. Stuff like women who love men who are emotional amoeba.
Her mom makes big bucks writing self-help books for women. Stuff like women who need men who are emotional amoeba. Also, the younger Secret Service agent is here. I suppose he's undercover, but it's not important to the scene. All the guys sneak into Kate's room to look at the computer.
I want it. I want it to have my children, right?
Then, Kate and the bimbo from earlier start making out in the bed before they notice the guys.
Shit.
Shh. Come on. Yeah. Was that her top?
But then, this line sets Dade off.
Burn's wetware matches her software. Burn! What the?
He realizes that Kate Libby is actually Acid Burn from the TV station hack at the beginning.
You're Acid Burn. You booted me out of OTV?
Later that night, Dade sneaks back into Kate's room to play with her computer, and she finds him.
I hope you don't screw like your type.
Dade, in a rare smooth move, challenges her to a hacker competition where, if he wins, he gets to go on a date with Kate. What follows is a montage of them using hacking to mess with Agent Gill, which you're currently seeing in super speed on screen now. It's a classic sequence.
What?
Dead.
The competition ends in a tie. They decide to break the tie later, and Kate has a sex dream about Dade. Then, for some reason, the Plague gives Dade a new laptop with a creepy recording on it.
Let me explain the moo. We are samurai. Moo. Ah, think about it. Moo.
For some reason, I guess. Yeah. It's not fully explained why. I mean, anyways, Joey meets up with Freak to hand off the file he copied. He's obviously confused because he doesn't know why they care so much about a garbage file.
I copied a garbage file. Big deal. The garbage file's got shit in it, Joey. No, it's like hot or something. I don't know.
Unfortunately, the Secret Service is following Joey, and they saw the handoff.
Oh shit, Joey, you got a tail.
A chase ensues, and Freak hides the file behind a condom dispenser. Freak's apartment is then raided by the Secret Service in a move that violates the search and seizure clause of the Fourth Amendment. In jail, he uses a freaking technique to contact Kate.
Hello, operator. I'm having trouble dialing a number.
What number, please?
555-4202.
Just one moment.
Thank you.
He tells her where he hid the file.
You better figure out what's on that disc, because we're being framed. It's in that place where I put that thing that time.
Kate goes to the condom dispenser while wearing a swimming shirt and looking great. She gets the file. Kate and Serial then visit Dade to ask for help in decoding the garbage file.
When I was a child, spake as a child, I understood as a child, I thought as a child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things. What? It's Corinthians 1, chapter 13, verse 11. No, duh.
But Dade is all like,
I can't. Everybody who touches that thing gets busted. I can't afford to get arrested. I'm sorry.
Even so, he agrees to make a copy of the disc to show the judge if the others get busted by the feds. Immediately after that, the Plague calls up Dade and threatens his mom.
There are worse things than death, and I can do all of them.
So Dade agrees to hand off his copy in what is the most iconic scene of this whole movie. Watch this. Now, feeling guilty, he meets up with the rest of the crew to help them figure out what's on the file.
Tag, you're in.
After a hacking montage, they figure out what it is. I'll let them explain.
It nibbles. You see all of this? This is every financial transaction Ellingson conducts, yeah? From $1 million deals to the $10 that some guy pays for gas.
The worm eats a few cents from each transaction.
No one's caught it because the money isn't really gone. It's just data being shifted around.
And when the worm's ready, it zips out with the money and erases its track.
Joey got cut off before he got to that part.
The group doesn't know whose virus it is, but Dade has a pretty good idea that the Plague is behind this. He confesses that he gave him the file because he has a criminal record.
I was zero cool.
Zero cool? Crashed 1,507 systems in one day? Biggest crash in history. Front page New York Times, August 10th, 1988. I thought you was black, man. Yo, man, this is zero cool! Oh, shit!
That's far out.
They all decide to team up for an elite hack of Ellingson Mineral, and there's a montage of the team gathering information.
Okay, let's go shopping.
While that's happening, the Plague decides to launch the virus in the hopes that the Secret Service will take decisive action against the hackers. I'm speeding up now because we're in the third act and I want to finish the recap so we can start talking about this movie. Dade and Kate meet up with Razor and Blade from the hacking show.
Let's keep her. Waste the dude.
They basically beg for help, and the two twinks agree to use their influence to get hackers from around the world to all hack Ellingson at the same time.
If I were us, I'd get on the internet, send out a major distress signal.
Hackers of the world unite.
Serial.
Yeah?
Go fix the phones.
Roger. You got another couple, man?
Joey, take his place.
And the hack begins. Also, Joey rejoins the crew for the hack. You're seeing that scene on screen now at super speed. A plot point that shows some thought went into this. Joey is the one who actually finishes the garbage file download.
It's root, slash, period, workspace, slash, period, garbage, period.
All right, good job.
The Secret Service arrives to arrest the crew, but Dade hides the file in a trash can and subtly lets Serial know where he hid it.
Stay flashing our rights, man!
They're trashing the fluid data! They're trashing! 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 Hide the planet! Hide the planet!
Shut up and get in the car!
Hide the planet!
Serial recovers the file and broadcasts the proof of the plague's wrongdoing.
I'm here to tell you about this heinous scheme hatched from within Ellingson Mineral. A worm that was to steal $25 million. The password to this hungry little sucker belongs to Margot Hawks, head of public relations for Ellingson Mineral, and Eugene Belford, computer security officer.
Son of
a
bitch!
What's this? Is this the unnamed account in the Bahamas where the money was to be stashed? I think so. Unlucky!
The plague tries to escape.
Eugene!
What I love about this scene is the way that Agent Gill actually brings him a pillow and the implication that he was waiting in the back of the plane for this exact moment. It's really funny to me.
Can I get you anything else?
Just a pillow, please. Thank you.
You're welcome. The good guys win, the bad guys lose, and Dade finally gets to go on a date with Kate. The movie ends exactly where the story began, pool on a roof.
Want to go for a swim?
You know, I've been having really weird dreams. In big trouble. You found computers? Right, well, gee.
My BLT drive on my computer just went AWOL.
Big project. Computers? Gee. Right, well, big trouble. Found computers? Due tomorrow.
So-called American Indians.
Yak.
Latinos and blacks. Latinos and blacks. Latinos and Alex.
Right, well, big trouble. Found computers? Due tomorrow.
Yeah, okay, Sid Burton. That's enough.
Shit on me.
Morning.
And I'm still a virgin.
Morning.
You hooked it up to the phone, didn't you? Dave!
And I'm still a virgin. Still a virgin.
You know that. It's a relatively straightforward question.
Right, well, big trouble. Found computers? Due tomorrow.
Okay.
What's your name?
It's an Olympic-sized swimming pool up on the roof. Class.
Class. You mean I'm class?
Class.
Class. You mean I'm class? I'm not in your...
No, class.
Class. Yeah. Class. Thanks. Oh!
That's a nice score for a girl. I'll give it a shot.
No, man, let's go out on top.
Pool on the roof must have a leak. Pool on the roof must have a leak. Pool must have a leak.
God gave men dogs larger than brains.
I'm not so sure.
God gave men an Olympic-sized swimming pool so they wouldn't hump women's legs at cocktail parties. Dog brains.
Your mother.
He's not in the swimming pool.
Well, your mother. You can sit at home and do like 17 computers. Absolutely computers. And your name in computers day. Orwell's here now. Oh, you're right, Orwell.
Fruit Loops.
Guys.
Anyway, computer, right?
Computers.
So looking around.
Oh, yeah. Technicolor computers. Rainbow. Green one.
What is that?
Computers.
What are these?
Computers.
Luscious orange. Computers.
Pink shirt. Computers. Book.
Nasty pink shirt the guy wears on the cover.
Computers design.
Yeah.
Computers. Trusted networks.
Right? Some from computer. Looking around, computer. Command, computer. That was me.
Wow.
So you get nailed by your house, computer. Don't you know anything? Computer.
Ain't no way, man. Security's too tight.
Heavy metal. I'd
Hey, the big iron.
If I were gonna hack some heavy metal, I'd work my way back door. Get back with option heaters.
Yeah, computer.
Computers.
My name, Plague.
Working really hard. Really hard.
Con, this is...
Right, well, big trouble about computers. Do tomorrow. Override. Computer.
Comment.
I will capsize 5 million tankers in the annexed fleet. Unless $5 are transferred to the tankers in the annexed fleet.
Well then.
If you're still here, thanks for watching, by the way. Thanks for making it this far into the video. And now it's time for me to give you my thoughts. What do I love most about this movie? Well, I think a good place to start when we are critically examining this movie is with the no-knock raids. So that is an obvious commentary on the way that we do justice in America. I mean, it's unconstitutional, but no-knock raids are real. They can just make a warrant without notifying you and raid your house. I think that that's a major problem with society anyways. In the context of this movie though, with the hackers, you could say, well, the hackers don't play by the rules, so the government isn't playing by the rules. That is kind of part of my analysis here. This movie is also about a changing world. Society is going from analog to digital, and in that transition, we're losing sight of a lot of the rules that kept society civil. Of course, you could say, well, I mean, did those rules ever really exist? What's interesting in this movie, you have the raid on Zero Cool, the raid on Dade Murphy, the raid on Joey, Dade's dream. Well, then Freak has, so there's 6. There's actually 6 no-knock raids in this movie. I lied to you guys. If you count dreams, there's 6. And I do count dreams because, I mean, I wouldn't count a dream as a no-knock raid in real life, but because every character who has a dream about it also has actually had it affect them, and because it shows them on screen, it has the same effect on like what the movie is trying to say. Like, they couldn't write that many no-knock raids into the script for reasons that should be obvious. You just can't have a bunch of random like shit happening in the script, but they still chose to include a bunch of that same visual imagery of like people with guns storming into a house to raid a child. I mean, remember, all these characters are underage. Well, anyways, what I was saying is that 4 of these raids are done on white people. So if you did want to look at it through a racial lens, you could say, no, you know, the government never played by the rules. But then you could counter that by saying, now that there's hackers and you have white people who are breaking the rules, the government is now still not going to play by the rules, but they're going to actually victimize white people. But let's start off with a movie critic's reading. Okay, so to a movie critic, the best thing about this movie is going to be the music. The soundtrack can be found on Spotify as a playlist from the account CyberZoo78. It includes major bangers all the way through. My favorite tracks are Original by Left Field. It's the one that goes, "You're original, cut your own path." You know that one? 'Cause a dream starts and a dreamer stands. That song. And then also pretty much everything by The Prodigy. The song Voodoo People, which you may have heard in your regular life, but you've certainly heard if you've seen the movie, is from probably The Prodigy's most famous album, which if you don't know The Prodigy, they were around at the inception of Eurobeat, which led to dubstep. If you've seen the movie, then you know how forward-thinking the music was. Well, anyways, their most popular album, Music for the Jilted Generation. Jilted, by the way, if you don't know, is how British people say pissed off. It's like being tilted. It's like music for the tilted generation. And a razor love. Alright. Oh yeah, but the jilted generation is supposed to be Gen X. That's who they're making the music for. That's their generation. What I'm saying is, if Generation X was supposed to be so like jilted, like they're the generation that, you know, we hate our boss, we this and that. They're the generation from like Office Space or Idiocracy. If they're so jilted, I don't know, because they work so much. I have been thinking since I learned the name of that album and did a little bit of research and was like, why is it called that? And okay, yeah. You know, Gen X was so pissed. They're pissed at the government. They grew up as basically the children of the hippies, and the perspective on that was like, okay, so the hippies all sold out, and here we are. We can't do much because we're the children of these people who sold out, and we all feel helpless, and we all hate our boss, and so yeah. I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to get at is, and why this movie resonates with me so much, is I feel like my generation is the jilted generation. I feel like not my parents, but a lot of the parents from my generation didn't even sell out. They just never had shit. I feel like Generation Z hates their boss the most. We hate our bosses more than Gen X did. We don't care about the company image nearly as much as Gen X did. If you want to, you know, use generational language, I mean, I don't usually, but yeah, well, I guess my only point is I feel like we need to bring this energy back. Not just the energy of the movie Hackers, but specifically of the jilted generation. If you're out there, you're feeling kind of helpless, you're feeling a little confused, put on the Prodigy's album and just dance alone in your room, and take that energy and carry it with you in your heart and use it for good. I guess that's part of why I like this movie, is because it fills my heart with energy, with the strength to keep going. The movie might not be that for you. It also might. It is that for me. It gives me the strength to keep going, and same with the music. It feels like the sound of solidarity to me. If you don't have a piece of art that you can find to give you strength to help you fight, you know, that's why I'm making this video, is so that you can appreciate this movie the same way that I do. Well, anyways, a critic might complain about the line delivery in this movie. We're still on a critical lens. A critic might complain about the line delivery. Might say like, "Oh, why does Dade sound like such a baby ass nerd?"
Right, Dade?
Right, Mom. And I'm still a virgin.
Fuck you. Okay, the answer to your question, Mr. Film Critic, is that he is a baby-ass nerd. To which a film critic would say, well then why did the movie go to such lengths to make Dade Murphy also so cool? To which I would say, honestly, do you not understand a small amount of nuance that's not spelled out for you? Are you seriously that fucking stupid? The point is that hackers are cool, but only nerds can do it. So they have this duality between being lame-ass nerds and being cool-ass hackers. I mean, I'm not going to spell it out to you, but that's like the reason why a lot of this movie feels uncanny, or like the characters feel inconsistent, or I don't know, whatever your criticism is, I feel like you're just not watching it hard enough. And this is a tangent, but a lot of people, they watch movies and they just think of a problem with it. And instead of thinking, okay, this problem is a part of the art and I am going to read the art, they just think this problem is a reason that the art is bad. And it's like, well, no, I mean, we are all made up of flaws, you know? Like, if I don't know. What if this video is a fucking mistake? It's not a fucking mistake, dude. Just keep going. Stop being a baby about it. All right, come on. Yeah, to any aspiring film critics, if you point out a problem with a movie, what you're supposed to do is imagine that problem was an intentional choice by the artist and try to think about what they meant by it, okay? Not just complaining about it. And that's just one example. You know, when this movie came out, people really like hated on it, you know, complaining about, oh, this doesn't make any sense. Why does the computer system look all like CGI 3D? That's not what computers look like. And it's like, would you honestly like to see these actors literally typing on a computer commands into a command prompt? Like, no, you wouldn't. They made it visually interesting for the screen. I don't know what to tell you, man. Can you just fucking grow up, be a goddamn adult? I also really like the scene direction here, between what the actors are doing and what the director probably like told them to do. We're gonna look at some examples. So this movie exemplifies what's referred to as the Y2K aesthetic. my whole life, all I ever knew about Y2K was like the Y2K bug, which for anybody watching who's younger than me who doesn't know what that is, here's your history lesson. Basically, computers were invented in the 1900s, right? So how they would store the date was they would just put the last two numbers of the year. So if it was 1995, the year in the computer would just be 95, and then like Microsoft Windows would just put a 19 before that. So what they were thinking was, oh shit, when we hit the year 2000, what is going to happen? Is the computer going to think it's like the year 19100 or what? They were worried that like, because we had computer systems that were capable of launching nukes, even though you have a safeguard, which is that like you need keys or whatever the fuck the safeguards from launching nukes are. Even though we have safeguards in place, people were really worried that when the year rolled over, nukes were gonna fire off, computer systems were gonna crash, like everything was gonna be destroyed, and there was this whole like craze about like what they called it was like Y2K. They talked about it like it was doomsday. Like what ended up happening is for the most part the bugs were fixed before the year 2000 came and went, and like the worst thing that happened was like some dates were displayed incorrectly in public places. Anyways, since then people have been using Y2K to refer to not just the year 2000, but like the aesthetic from like maybe 1990 to like 2005, which the first time I heard Y2K to refer to an aesthetic, and especially an aesthetic that spans well before 2000 and well after 2000, I was kind of upset. I was like, why are you like, but now it's like, okay, we call it the Y2K aesthetic. These outfits, that's Y2K. Rollerblading, Y2K. I absolutely love the Y2K aesthetic. As a 2002 baby, it's what I was born into. It's what the world moved away from shortly after my birth. It just makes me incredibly nostalgic. Like, nostalgia for a time that I didn't even experience. I mean, I experienced parts of it. Like, do you consider Lego Star Wars to be Y2K? Because if you do, I was playing Lego Star Wars while it was coming out. Me and my brother, we didn't even have the complete saga. We had Lego Star Wars the video game and Lego Star Wars the original trilogy. If that counts as Y2K aesthetic, then I experienced Y2K. Well, I mean, there's fucking outfits on screen. Like, look at this shit. It looks fucking awesome. This movie looks amazing. I mean, I guess what I'm responding to here is a lot of the video essays about this movie are like, this movie is so bad it's good. Or like, this movie was like a disaster. Or like, just some random ass sensational headline about how like, the movie is some kind of like secret masterpiece. But honestly, if you just look at it with your own fucking eyes, you can see that it's a beautiful movie with like awesome dialogue and great scenes. It's just a really damn good movie. So my analysis of this movie is it's a struggle of young versus old, which is meant to echo the transition, as I already said, of an analog society to a digital society. For example, you have the young hackers versus the old hacker, the Plague, and the feds. You have Dade Murphy, who is clearly a very intelligent young kid, but he is trapped between these worlds where the old world expectation of him is that he goes to college, but his higher calling is to hack the planet, to actually spread information and do good for the world. He doesn't want to go to college and make money and sell out the way that the Plague did. What he wants to do is go against the Plague. He wants to team up with his friends, and he wants to save the world. And so that's the tension of Dade's character is, you know, are they going to put him in prison for the rest of his life because he stuck to his guns and helped his friends, or is he going to sell out? And it turns out there's a third option, which is he's going to help his friends, and his friends are going to help him, and they're all going to take care of each other, and everything is going to be okay. I sound like an idiot. I sound like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Well, I don't know. I mean, I just think you ought to watch the movie. I'm not here to blow your fucking mind with it. I'm not here to... I mean, I'm making these videos fucking weekly, alright? Any other video essayist, you tell them to make a video about hackers, they'll tell you how... They'll give you a half-hour video about... It's going to be called Hackers and the Police State. And they're going to spend a long time dissecting each individual instance and saying this is this and this, and they're gonna cross-reference it with real-world events that they specifically researched. And I gotta tell you guys, I've just seen the movie a bunch, okay? I'm just recommending you watch this movie, and I'm explaining to you why I like it. I'm not here to give you a well-reasoned argument about why this movie is actually good. No, I'm telling you, I think this movie is good. If you disagree, alright. I'm not mad. Thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate it. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not like, I don't know everything, you know? Well, anyways, you can go further into the young versus old reading if you want to look at it as like the struggle of Western civilization, of enlightenment versus faith. So the way I look at it, all the hackers basically represent enlightenment or seek enlightenment. And then the younger hackers represent like starry-eyed idealistic liberals, while the Plague represents a jaded liberal who they both believe in like informational power and technocracy, but Plague believes in his own selfish interest above any actual ideals about information, while the younger hackers, you know, they wanna hack the planet. They wanna be geniuses. They wanna save. My energy is failing me. I feel impotent. I feel like a loser. Nobody's gonna watch this video anyways. It's fine. I mean, I'm just gonna record the damn video. I'm gonna edit it and I'm gonna post it. And I'm gonna get a copyright strike for showing too many movie clips. And I don't care. I don't care. You know, who else spent 2 days writing a script about this movie to explain this stuff to their YouTube audience? No, I mean, I understand that this content is like not super high quality, not super high polish, but you understand I work a full-time fucking job, right? If I did YouTube full-time, I would spend more than 5 hours on a video. I can't say that the videos would be better, but I mean, you know, if I didn't have to fucking report to work, I'm here to clean the kitchen, sir! I'm here to clean the kitchen every single goddamn day of my life. Oh my gosh, I'm here to only have 2 days off non-consecutively. Yay! I love having 2 non-consecutive days off a week and spending all those days to work on my fucking YouTube channel and to be consistently disappointed with my output every single time. It's actually really good for my mental health because at least I'm not laying in bed thinking about killing myself, am I? That was good. That was real. It's good to inject a little bit of realism into your videos. Listen! The other hand of the hackers representing enlightenment or liberalism, you have the feds, which represent faith or conservatism. Even the young fed, who admires the hackers, because remember, he is youth, he is more devoted to order than justice, as exemplified by his willingness to go against the search and seizure clause of the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution in order to get these hackers. He admires the hackers for their conviction, but he doesn't have the same conviction because he's a conservative. To quote Anakin Skywalker, there's a dichotomy in this movie between young and old. There's also a dichotomy between enlightenment and faith, which I think represents the real world, especially as we talk about our transition into and our transition to a digital society. I feel like this movie exemplifies that pretty well. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I guess next, I think the love story is really nice. I love how Dade and Kate want each other immediately, but they still feel a need to compete the whole time. It makes for really dynamic viewing. Their love is fueled by a mutual curiosity and passion. But when you look at the theme of love through the young-old dichotomy, you can look at the Plague and Margot's relationship, which is passionless and fueled by mutual greed. So it actually is the opposite of Dade and Kate's relationship. I bet you didn't expect me to point that out. That's a pretty nuanced observation, right? There's 2 loving relationships in this movie, and they actually create a foil for each other where one is about curiosity and passion, and one is passionless, and it's about greed without curiosity. Pretty interesting. Nobody else is saying that nobody else is talking about that in their reviews of this movie. Everybody else is just saying, ooh, this movie's so bad it's good. I'm here to say, there's more to this movie than y'all think, okay? You should try watching this movie about 200 fucking times, and then you'll become a genius like me. I hate this. Look, I'm just not going to be able to do this movie justice. But that's okay because this video is derivative of the movie. It's obviously going to be a watered down experience. Like, it's not going to be as strong of an experience as the movie is because it's a derivative of the movie. I'm trying to support the movie. I'm trying to say, why don't y'all go and watch the movie yourself, think about what I've told you, and enjoy it. Have some fun. Seriously. If you have a Paramount subscription, you can see the movie on YouTube. I owned it on Amazon, but I've canceled my Prime account, so I think they've revoked my license, which is wonderful. I love it when you actually don't own things and they take things from you instead of giving them to you when you buy the thing. If you Google search, I'm going to tell you something super secret. If you Google search Hackers 1995 free download, look at what you get. Scroll past the ads that are trying to get you to buy it. Look at this. I'm just going to point out this link. I'm just going to, circle this a little bit. Open like a new tab, and just all you gotta do is click on this. All you gotta
No, because there's another one. There's this one, and then, yeah, this one was hidden. That's the Hackers video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Next week, there will be a longer Hackers YouTube poop. The Hackers YouTube poop Double Deluxe Edition. I hope to see you there. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching to the end of the video, because that's really nice. Peace out.